What happens when animals snap and fight back? These aren't random attacks, they're acts of revenge. From furious elephants to clever octopuses, these wild creatures remembered and retaliated. Here are 35 shocking animal revenge stories caught on camera. Number 1. Elephant destroys village after herd was hunted. In India, an elephant watched poachers attack and kill several members of its herd. Days later, the same elephant returned to a nearby village. But this time, it wasn't peaceful. The massive creature tore down huts, trampled crops, and sent people fleeing. Locals believe it was revenge. Forest officials confirmed the attack was unprovoked and deliberate. Number 2. Tiger hunts down poacher in India. After being injured by a trap, a Bengal tiger escaped and vanished into the jungle. Days later, the same poacher who laid the trap was found mauled. Authorities were baffled until they found claw marks matching the tiger. It had tracked the man for nearly 20 miles. Experts called it calculated revenge. The tiger was never seen again. Number 3. Octopus floods aquarium lab. At a marine center, scientists conducted invasive tests on an octopus, but the clever creature memorized the layout of the room. One night, it climbed out of its tank, unscrewed a water valve, and flooded the lab. Thousands of dollars in equipment were destroyed. Staff were stunned at the deliberate sabotage. The octopus simply returned to its tank. Number 4. Camel bites and stomps abusive owner. In Rajasthan, a man left his camel tied up in the scorching sun for hours. When he finally returned, the furious animal bit him and threw him to the ground. Then, using its powerful legs, it stomped him to death. Witnesses said it was like the camel held a grudge. The story quickly went viral as a case of animal revenge. Number 5. Chimpanzee plans coordinated rock attacks. At a zoo in Sweden, a male chimp began hiding rocks in strategic places before visitors arrived. When the crowd gathered, he hurled them with force. Zookeepers later discovered piles of stones he had stashed for future attacks. His behavior wasn't random, it was premeditated. Scientists said it showed the chimp knew who annoyed him most. Number 6. Killer whale smashes trainer. During show, a killer whale at a marine park had been forced to perform for years. One day, it grabbed its trainer mid-show and dragged them underwater. Spectators screamed as the attack unfolded live. The whale eventually let go, but the trainer was critically injured. It wasn't the first time this whale had lashed out. Many saw it as pent-up rage. Number 7. Cow tramples butcher after escaping slaughter. At a local market, a cow destined for slaughter escaped its restraints. Instead of fleeing, it charged at the butcher with relentless force. The man was knocked down and trampled multiple times. Witnesses say the cow aimed directly for him. Authorities called it a freak event, but many believed it was the cow's way of fighting back. Number 8. Crow recognizes and harasses man for years. A man in Seattle once tried to remove a crow's nest from a tree. Ever since, the same crow and others began attacking him every time he walked by. They pecked at his head, dive-bombed him, and followed him for blocks. Scientists confirmed crows remember faces. It became a case study in long-term animal revenge. Number 9. Dog returns to bite abusive owner. A dog was abandoned and repeatedly abused by its owner in Brazil. After running away, the dog was adopted by a new family. But years later, it recognized its former owner in the street and attacked him without hesitation. The bite was deep and targeted. Locals said it was as if the dog never forgot. The story shocked the community. Number 10. Elephant crashes, funeral of its killer. In a chilling twist, an elephant that had been injured by a hunter appeared at the man's funeral days later. Witnesses say it charged the site, tore down the canopy, and trampled the man's freshly buried grave. It stood there for several minutes before disappearing. Many believe it recognized the man even after death. Superstitious or not, it was chilling. Number 11. Hippo flips boat. After being harassed, tourists in Africa teased a large hippo by splashing water at it. After tolerating it for minutes, the animal disappeared under the surface. Then, with a burst of power, it rammed the boat from underneath, flipping it over. People screamed as they struggled to swim. Thankfully, no one was killed, but the hippo sent a brutal warning. Number 12. Bear hunts down hunter's cabin. A bear injured by a hunter in Alaska tracked the scent of his cabin. Days later, it broke in, destroyed the furniture, ripped clothes, and overturned everything. Surveillance showed the bear sniffing each room with purpose. Nothing was stolen, just ruined. Locals were stunned. They said the bear wanted revenge, not food. Number 13. Shark attacks spearfisherman's boat. After being shot with a spear, a reef shark retreated to the depths. But moments later, it returned and began circling the man's boat. Then it rammed the hull again and again, snapping at anything it could reach. The fisherman dropped his gear and sped away. Video showed the shark chasing the boat for over 10 minutes. Number 14. Leopard mauls photographer who teased it. In a wildlife reserve, a man kept mocking a leopard by banging on the glass wall of its enclosure. One day, the leopard escaped. Instead of running wild, it returned to the area where the man worked. It waited until he was alone and attacked. He survived, but barely. Rangers said it was too targeted to be random. Number 15. Buffalo herd crushes trophy hunter. A trophy hunter shot at a buffalo, wounding it. But before he could reload, the rest of the herd charged. In a thundering stampede, they trampled him and tossed him in the air. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Locals said the buffalo didn't just run, it aimed. The herd had chosen vengeance. Number 16. Walrus sinks boat after losing calf. A walrus mother lost her calf after a boat collided with it in the Arctic. Days later, the same boat returned to the waters. The walrus attacked, using its tusks to puncture the hull. The crew abandoned ship just before it sank. Polar researchers believe the walrus remembered the boat. It was rare, intelligent revenge. Number 17. Eagle claws at man who stole eggs. A poacher tried to steal eagle eggs from a cliffside nest. He succeeded, but days later, while walking in the open, a massive eagle dove at him. It slashed his back and scalp before flying off. Authorities said the eagle had tracked him across several miles. The eggs were found nearby, still intact. Nature had struck back. Number 18. Gorilla charges man who mocked it for years. At a zoo, a regular visitor made faces and threw food at a silverback gorilla for months. One day, the glass barrier cracked and the gorilla escaped. It made a beeline for the man, shoving aside everyone else. Security stopped it just in time, but the message was clear. It knew exactly who it wanted. Number 19. Warthog rams trophy truck that killed mate. A trophy hunter in Africa killed a female warthog and loaded her onto his truck. As he took pictures, a male warthog charged out of the brush and rammed the vehicle, knocking the man to the ground. It continued attacking the truck until it flipped. People were shocked at the warthog's aggression and precision. Number 20. Seals bite surfer after pollution dump. After a local plant dumped waste near a seal colony, surfers reported aggressive seal behavior. One surfer was bitten and dragged under. It was rare. Seals don't usually attack. Marine biologists believe the seals recognized human scent from the pollution. It was targeted retaliation. Number 21. Peacock attacks groom. During wedding in India, a groom once kicked a peacock out of his way during wedding prep. But during the ceremony, the bird flew in and clawed at his face in front of hundreds of guests. The attack caused chaos. Guests believed it was karma. The peacock vanished just as fast as it appeared. Number 22. Cat trips owner after being ignored. A man routinely ignored his cat's cries for food. One day, as he descended stairs with groceries, the cat darted between his feet. He tumbled down, breaking his arm. Surveillance footage confirmed the cat had waited in place for several minutes. Experts say it looked like a calculated move. Number 23. Dolphin smacks trainer with tail. A dolphin at a marine park became annoyed with constant performances. During one show, it suddenly turned mid-jump and slapped the trainer across the face with its powerful tail. The crowd gasped. The trainer fell into the water, stunned. Dolphins are intelligent, and this one had clearly had enough. Number 24. Buffalo versus lion pride. A lone buffalo ambushed by lions refused to die quietly. As the pride attacked, the buffalo's herd returned and launched a counterattack. They gored the lions with their horns, tossing one into the air. The ambush became a disaster. One lion limped away with a broken leg. The buffalo had claimed vengeance. Number 25. Orca sinks a yacht after losing calf. A grieving orca in Spain rammed a yacht repeatedly until it cracked open. Witnesses said the whale had been circling boats since losing her calf to a collision. This time she didn't stop until the yacht was sinking. The crew survived, but the footage shocked marine experts. Revenge had a long memory. Number 26. Moose chases away snowmobilers. Snowmobilers in Alaska disturbed a moose with their loud machines. They laughed as it ran, but the moose circled back. With full speed, it charged and flipped one snowmobile. The riders fled into the forest. The moose stomped the machine and left. Wildlife officers called it payback. Number 27. Lynx returns to kill trapper's dog. A trapper caught and injured a lynx but let it go after taking photos. Days later, the lynx returned to the cabin and attacked the trapper's dog. The animal had traveled miles. Experts were stunned by its navigation and intent. Revenge can be a powerful motivator. Number 28. Snake bites smuggler midair. A man tried to smuggle snakes on a flight by hiding them in his bag. Mid-flight, one escaped and bit him. He had a seizure on board. Authorities arrested him after landing. The snake was unharmed. Karma had flown first class. Number 29. Hyena bites off poacher's foot. A poacher caught in a trap tried to wait out the night, but the smell of blood attracted a hyena. The scavenger didn't hesitate. It bit off his foot and dragged it away. Locals found him screaming. In a twist of fate, he became the hunted. Number 30. Parrot exposes cheating husband. A man's parrot kept repeating a woman's name. His wife grew suspicious. When confronted, the bird repeated flirty phrases overheard during the husband's affair. The marriage ended. The parrot got a bigger cage. Revenge came with feathers. Number 31. Goose attacks jogger daily. A man used to kick a goose out of his jogging path every morning. The goose remembered. For weeks, it lay in wait and chased him for blocks. People filmed the daily chase. The man eventually changed routes. The goose had won. Number 32. Crocodile ambushes illegal fishermen. An illegal fisherman tried to set traps in a restricted swamp. A crocodile followed him silently. As he waded deeper, it struck. He survived, barely, with deep gashes. Locals said the crocodile had been seen following him for days. The swamp defended itself. Number 33. Rhino destroys Jeep after being hunted. A rhino injured by poachers returned to the road where they had parked. It found an identical safari Jeep and rammed it repeatedly. The real poachers weren't there, but their type was punished. Tourists fled in fear. The rhino sent a warning. Number 34. Raccoon poisons man's chimney. A man kept blocking a raccoon from entering his attic. The raccoon dropped feces and garbage into the chimney. When the man lit a fire, the smell was unbearable. Experts say raccoons often retaliate this way. The attic remained empty, but the house never smelled the same. Number 35. Python crashes, birthday after cage escape. A python kept in a small enclosure escaped weeks later. On the child's birthday, it appeared in the middle of the party, sending guests screaming. It coiled around its former owner's chair. No one was hurt, but the snake was returned to a sanctuary. The timing felt too perfect to ignore. Nature isn't just wild, it's wise, vengeful, and unforgettable. From cold-blooded stares to strategic ambushes, these stories prove that animals aren't mindless beasts. They remember. Whether it's a peacock crashing a wedding or a shark chasing down a boat, the message is clear. Mess with nature, and nature hits back harder. Which revenge story blew your mind the most? Let us know in the comments. And if you want more unbelievable animal tales like this, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon. Because this is just the beginning of the wildest stories ever caught on camera.